but that's what you're missing. You'll never get rid of something like that. You can't legislate gun crime. You can't legislate it. It doesn't work.
Relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes.
I got invited on the Spaces last night because you know what happened. You know that they had the shooting that happened at the bank in Kentucky.
Yeah.
So apparently, like I haven't looked too far into it anymore, but apparently the person worked there. He was like 23. He was about to get let go, and then I guess he pulled some falling down shit, and he went and you know shot up the bank. Right? He had an AR or whatever. So, my homeboy crypto lawyer and Mark Norton and those guys from Two Feds and the Truth, they had a Spaces, and they usually got some pretty good Spaces, but they had some liberals lined up that was going to defend and make a case for gun control. Only one person was man enough to come in and try to make a case, right? Guy named Cliff. Shout out to Cliff, man. You get the Don DeMarco. Now Cliff wasn't like closed-minded, right? But he was trying to make a case for gun control. Now, me personally, I don't think you can. And I think that's why the rest of those liberals that were supposed to be or pro or anti-gun people that wanted to argue for gun control didn't stay around, because you can't make an argument for it, right? Because we were like, yo, we want to know solutions. What are the solutions? And you know us, we like, you know, 2A people, we like, yo, you harden the schools, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to play, let me see, because I isolated some audio from when I was talking. Let me see, where's that shit at?
Oh, you talked too?
Yeah. I got invited in there. I got invited to speak.
Oh, okay.
So let me see if I can't find it. Here we go. Which one? I think it's this one. Yeah, here we go. Let's go with this one.
The one thing I keep hearing is today is unique, or it's becoming more of a common thing, is, guess what? I'm going to go to Cannon for this, so listen up, Cannon. Guess what? These guns are being lawfully purchased, okay? There's a big problem.
By the way, we got 43 viewers over on Twitter. Make sure y'all retweet this, everybody. We got 43 viewers. Make sure y'all retweet this stream. Retweet this stream. Let people know we live. If you're watching on Rumble, share the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, share the stream, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Let people know we live, guys. Help us with that algorithm.
Murderers are lawfully buying their guns. There's no structure. There's no process to prevent these people from buying guns lawfully and then committing mass murder. Is there a solution to that? Go ahead.
I mean, the ironic part is when they make that argument, it just proves that gun control doesn't work, right? We got a NICS form. We got a federal background check. They keep saying we don't have a federal background check. The NICS form is a federal background check, right? People are passing that background check and getting an AR or AK or whatever, and that just proves that your gun laws don't work. They circumvented it. They passed the background check. Period. There's no gun law. There's no gun law that could be put in that would have stopped what happened today from happening. For example, here in Baltimore, and I say this all the time, we have some of the most strictest gun laws in the United States here in Maryland. We got gun laws that make, congressmen on the left, creaming their pants because they want to pass it federally. And yet, in a city of 500,000 people, we got 330 murders consecutively plus every year, despite having all the gun control. Gun control doesn't work. Those people are going to get those rifles whether they go do their 7743.
I meant to say 4473,
or have their
guys.
girlfriend go past the background check form, or they done broke into somebody's car at their house and took it. It's always going to happen. When people got murder on their mind, they're going to figure that shit out. Period. All you can do is put law-abiding citizens in the best position possible to defend themselves. however they see fit, right? Because they always point back to what they point back to that to the assault weapons ban was that 1993? I mean 1994. The assault weapons ban in 1994, and then I point to, okay, we had the assault weapons ban in 1994. So if the assault weapons bans worked, then how the hell did the North Hollywood shootout happen?
You remember the North Hollywood shootout, Jay?
Yeah, they were armed to the teeth.
To the teeth, and none of those guns they had was allowed in California. The assault weapons ban was in full effect because I think the North Hollywood shootout happened in '97.
Yeah, I thought it was 98. Is it 97?
97, if I'm not mistaken,
Shoot.
right?
Okay.
Them boys was armored out. They was down there with everything. They had AKs and some more shit. Police had to go to. You'll hear me say it in here, but the police had to go to the to the pawn shop and get rifles to fight them.
Yeah. Oh, and then it was controversial at the time about how did the last man die, right?
Yeah.
And then a lot of people were
I
watching
thought
it
he
on
took
TV
a shot
too.
to the neck or something like that.
Yeah, it was hard to figure out, but that was wild. Yeah.
But they had to go
Did
get
they
rifles.
come out with a film about it too? Didn't they?
Yeah, it was like a little doc. I remember watching it back in the day. It was a little doc they did on it. But yeah.
Yo, and that was 26 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, I need to remember that for my gematria so I could look up that dating to see if it's going to coincide with anything else.
Right. Let me go ahead and play some more.
Very much.
North Hollywood shootout happened. Remember when they robbed that bank and the police had a hell of a time? The weapons they were using were banned. The weapons they were using were banned. They had to go to the police had to go to a pawn shop and get guns to take those boys out. When people got murder on their mind, when people want to carry out something as devious and as heinous as taking lives like this person did today, where it sounds like, I don't know, I guess more information will come out, like a disgruntled employee who went back to get some get back. They're going to figure that shit out. It might be an AR. It might be a bolt action shotgun like it was with the DC sniper. Y'all remember the DC sniper? He didn't have an AR-15. He had a bolt action.
Remember that shit, Jay?
Yeah. You telling facts.
Remember that shit?
You getting them.
I lived through all of that shit, yo.
Bolt action rifle, and he had people scared in the house for weeks. I know because I live in the area when it happened. They're going to figure it out. Remember, y'all, like I said, the Boston Marathon, that was pressure cookers.
Mm-hmm.
So I started
Jones.
firing all four cylinders, bro, when I got on this stream.
Did you hit him? Yeah, you did. Did you hit him with the Jim Jones Flavor Aid? Flavor Aid killed 1,000 people.
I didn't, but this other dude did. hit. I forgot the dude name. I think his name was like Kurt or something like that, right? So then check it, right? So the guy started doing a hypothetical. The guy that was trying to make an argument, for some gun control.
Control? Okay.
Yeah. So he started going like, let's just say, what did he say? He said, let's just say, there was some legislation that could ban a certain, gun that would save. He's like, I'm just going to throw a number out there. Like he wasn't trying to make us. He's like, let's say if I think he said conservative. He said like 30%, or then he went to like 90% of gun crime. He was like, would you guys be for that? And I was like, no, because that shit ain't a thing. You know what I mean? So let me go to that real quick. Which one was it? I think it was this one.
All right, hold on, guys. Thank you, Carol. Great, thanks. Please raise your hand. No,
hey guys, I gotta jump off real quick. I'm sorry, I gotta jump
That's
off.
all right.
Yeah, this is it.
Upstairs. But real quick, so before I get off, all right, let's just say, okay, they passed a law. We banning all AR-15s, right, and pistol caliber carbines. We're banning them, guys. We're going to ban them. We're going to save children's lives. Okay, then what, Cliff? See, the thing is, you're operating on what's going to hypothetically what could happen on paper, right? You're operating on what could happen in a perfect world. Okay, you ban these guns. You know who turns those guns in, Cliff? The law-abiding citizens will turn those guns in. You know who's not turning those guns in, Cliff?
The criminals.
The criminals are not turning those guns in, Cliff.
They go keep them.
Those are the people that we got to worry about. But that's what you're missing. You'll never get rid of something like that. You can't legislate gun crime. You can't legislate it. It doesn't work. They've been trying to legislate gun violence for decades, and we still have the same issue. The only way you can stop that issue is to allow people to defend themselves but any way they see fit. For example, when we talk about hardening schools, right? They say we can't have those optics.
You heard me say this part
before. Mind those optics? The Jewish community don't mind those optics. You know why? There's a school by my house right now. Beautiful campus. Jewish community school. Guess what? Armed security guard, plate carrier, drop leg holster, guard shack. Looks like a military installation. You can't get in the parking lot without having an appointment. If you don't got a kid or an appointment to be on that school, you're not getting on the premises. Also, I live in Baltimore City, one of the most dangerous cities in the world. Guess what?
I think so, Sauce.
Have you ever heard of a mass shooting happening at any Baltimore City public school? No. You know why? Because we have metal detectors in our public schools. The kids have to wear clear book bags at our public schools. We have 3 officers at said public schools at any given time. And they're not just SROs. Those are Baltimore City police officers who just so happen to be stationed at the high school because maybe they got 10, 15 years on the force, and that's where they want to be. That's how you stop. That's how you stop it. But you cannot legislate gun crime away. It is proven to not work. My city is. That's how you stop it. But you cannot legislate gun crime away. It is proven to not work. My city is prime example of how gun legislation does not stop gun crime.
Right? Gotta give myself to Don DeMarco for that. So he tried to drive his. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna mention because Cassius Cam is in the chat and he just brought up like the AR is the end all, like the Mini 14 ain't the same gun.
Right,
There's
exactly.
So many multiple guns, and we go back to that shooting there that was in Hollywood, right? They modified theirs. So, but you also have older weapons too, right? You have older semis. Mm-hmm. You have stuff coming across from Mexico and other spots out here where there are places where you can go to and get these things. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely not gonna end. If anything, it would amplify the ability of the criminal and their cartels. Think about the cartels.
Exactly.
See, we're looking at this like all wrong because Prohibition came through, right?
Exactly. I was gonna say that.
And what happened with Prohibition? Al Capone, Bugsy Siegel, all these characters sprung up. They got empowered because now they had a product to sell.
They had a black market.
Alcohol and a black market created. Now they could put the police force on their payroll. Now they could put the judge, the DA on their payroll. Now they could put the mayor and the city councilman and anyone that didn't go along with the program, with the cartel's game plan, they got snuffed out.
Facts.
Right? They were in the way.
Facts.
You put a ban in on these guns, you're gonna create the purge out here, and you don't even realize it. There will be carnage in ways that we can't even imagine right now that will take place, and it will amplify. It'll amplify the ability of different criminal groups and organizations to reemerge and to destroy America. And they're thinking that they're saving lives, and they'll be killing more people than they can even imagine by doing it. They'll have blood on their hands, and they won't even admit it.
Cam says, I don't own assault rifles. They're defense carbines. So check it. This is the last point I made before I got off, because he tried to drive it home again like I didn't understand what he was saying. But he didn't get what I was saying. Right?
Man, we don't live in a utopia. Come on, people.
So here you go right here, guys.
This is not Australia.
This group wouldn't buy it anyway.
Why? Round and round.
That's right.
Okay, so let's say this. Let's say this real quick. We can Thanos snap AR-15s away, right? That's the problem right now, right? That's what the media is telling us, right? We Thanos snap AR-15s. Okay, they're gone. Oh, we're going to save children's lives. Oh no. Here comes the shotgun. All that's going to happen is they're going to go to the next available option. That's what's going to happen. And like I said, you can't legislate away violence.
Okay, well,
if the AR-15 is the issue, and we got them gone, they're gone. They're no longer. You can't get them. Now the shotgun's the problem. Now we Thanos snap shotguns away. Okay, now handguns with 30-round magazines are the problem. You see how that snowballs? It does. You can't legislate away violence.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, and look, I think that smart people can maybe get in a room that know more about guns than I do. And
that's when he started conceding his point, guys. That's where the clip ended, but that's when he started conceding his point, Jay. All right. Now, I give it to Cliff, and I appreciate him. I commend him for coming in there. Ooh, that's loud. I appreciate him coming in and talking, right? That shit got me hard. I was like, God damn. But yeah, so, but that's the thing. A lot of those people that they got out of that chat, right? Some people was upset because it was...
They dipped when you started making sense?
I think a lot of them, I think they just got cold feet. Now, it was some people that was kind of upset about the...
utopia.
Right. I think some people got upset inside of it because it was just an echo chamber. It wasn't intended to be one. Mark and Crypto and them, they wanted an open dialogue between pro-gun and anti-gun, right? Mm-hmm. Pro-gun control and anti-gun control. But, even with what they did with the spaces proves that a lot of those people that are quote unquote pro-gun control, they can't make an argument.
An emotional argument.
A logical argument, yes. They can't make a logical
argument. No, because we can't legislate away evil. Evil is always going to be with us until the Lord carries, until you're dead and in the grave, until we in heaven and hell. Come on, evil is here to stay. It's always been with us.
Facts.
We have people out here that are criminally intent on doing something wrong. They're going to come out and do it, and all of us have within us the ability to choose. We choose this on a daily basis, whether we're going to do the righteous thing or the wrong thing. We have that within us. Yep. You have it. I have it. We all have it. Mm-hmm. And guess what we choose to do? We choose to do what's right, right?
Exactly.
Or we try to, or we strive to. But there's people out there that don't have that switch. There's people out there that have low empathy. There's people out there that have agendas and have tasks that they think that they need to carry out, and those are, like you said, nefarious deeds, nefarious actions. Like we go back to that DC sniper, that was a nefarious and evil and vile thing that he was committing. And whether Treadstone gets involved or not, evil is here to stay. Evil is all around us, and we have to be aware of that, both spiritually and physically. You stay strapped up, you stay suited and booted out here in these streets. You're ready for anything. You keep a head on a swivel. You don't know who's coming up after you. You could be out at the picnic or something and chilling and relaxing. We don't live in a utopia, and someone could run up on you with a shovel. You have no idea, or try to hit you with a car.
Shit, over in the UK, where they go, it was going on stabbing sprees.
And the swords,
yep,
bows and arrows, anything they can get their hands on. Right. So when we're talking about, we're going to eliminate, and there will be, this is the last one once we eliminate these guns. No, it won't. Who's going to still have these guns? The criminals. They're not going to give up the guns. And this is not Australia. The last thing we are is Australia. We're a violent, America is pretty darn violent. You see what we did to the British?
Yep.
We're violent people over here.
We were born out of violence.
You think that we won't pick up some bricks and start busting some heads? Mm-hmm. You think that people won't do what Jim Jones did eventually if they don't have access to these other means for carrying out harm? People get vengeful. People there's a lot of what's the main issue we got? Mental health issue right now. Come on now.
Yeah.
Mental health is one of the main problems. We don't have the Bellevues out here anymore.
Nope.
There's not doctors that are sitting here trying to help their patients. They're just trying to make money off of people and tell them to cut themselves up and stuff like that. Go castrate yourself. It'll give me some money and some insurance money. It'll be good for my pockets. I don't care about your mental health. That's the attitude right now. Mm-hmm. They've stopped taking that. They basically stopped taking that otheotic creed, right?
Yep.
They're sitting there just worried about how much money they can make. Let me give you some more opioids. Yep. And we have issues that we're not taking care of.
Yep. Montoya says they're already using the Jim Jones formula with the V's. Yep. Exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. Cam says it comes down to this. I refuse to be a mark. I've been held at gunpoint. It's a feeling of complete helplessness. I was 15 at the moment. I decided never again will I be without. Yeah, and it's a dude that I follow on Twitter. But I always follow your smart ass Carl on Twitter. I think his story was it's a guy on Twitter named You're a Smart Ass Carl. I heard of him when I did the little gun show with the other dude on Twitter. Carl got a bunch of shit. He got a lot of shit. I think the only person that might rival Carl in the amount of guns he got is Jimmy Doss, bro. Right?
Wow.
But I think his story was that I think he might have got shot. And he was like, never again. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't go nowhere. I don't go nowhere without this little thing. I just changed the slide release out. I mean the mag release out. Right? Like just to make sure that it didn't wear out because I got 15 round mags for this little 43X. Right? If it ain't this, I'm carrying my Hellcat. And now that the dollar might collapse and shit might go real crazy, I might have to keep the 19 inside the Roni, inside the backpack in the damn truck with the vest. Right? See, the thing is, people think they get too complacent, they get too comfortable, and they don't think that shit like in Venezuela and shit like that could happen here. But the minute that shit happened here, you know who they gonna be looking for? Motherfuckers like me and Cam, right? And Carl and Jimmy. They were looking for us to keep help. You know what I mean? Because these same people that's pro gun control, when shit hit the fan and it's time to eat, they gonna be the main ones that's they done did all that prepping and went shopping for the motherfuckers with the guns to come take that shit. But for marauders. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy because it's like they don't want to have that conversation. How do we protect our children? It's simple. You harden the schools, period, full stop. Chicago public schools ain't got a problem doing it. Baltimore City public schools ain't got a problem doing it. The Jewish community ain't got a problem doing it. What's the problem? What's the problem? You know, our kids don't need to see people with bulletproof vesting. I said they got plain clothes. They got plain clothes officers. Well, some kids probably be excited to see that shit. Montoya says that happens a lot here on the West Coast, off-duty and retired also veterans. That's what's up. Cam says, I keep a carbine in the bug-out bag too. A handgun not enough when this bitch burns. Facts, bro. That's facts. I mean, but that's the thing, guys. You can't legislate away violence like me and Jay said. You can't legislate away violence. That's just not how things work. We live in a violent world, period. Yeah. We live in a wild world. Man, and you got to protect yourself by any means necessary. However you see fit to protect yourself. You don't let, a government tell you how to defend yourself or not. The funny part is a lot of these pro gun control people is defund the police too. You know what I mean? But then turn around and be like the police and the military should be the only ones to have it. So you want So you want to get a monopoly on power to the people that you want to defund. That's what you want to do. You want to get the monopoly of power to the people that you want to defund. Get the fuck out of here.
Goes back to the point that a lot of people make. If they got it, why can't I? Right?
Exactly. Right.
They got it.
I say it all the time. I was saying this on my earlier videos. If the police got, I'm a staunch believer in that shit. If the police got that shit, I should be able to have that shit too. If the military got it, I should be able to have that shit too. If I can afford a fucking Harrier jet or a tank, I should be able to buy that bitch.
Yeah.
If I can, a rocket, I should be able to have a fucking rocket launcher. Hell, y'all sold all the motherfuckers to the people down south in Fast and Furious. You let them niggas have them goddamn rocket launchers and shit. Why can't we have it?
They was fighting with it too.
Oh, they was going ham, bro. They was
like,
going off.
They got a little bit of everything.
You know what I mean? Straight up. Anyway, guys, strap up. Get yourself something to protect your chicken when shit goes south, man. If you in a state where you can get a concealed carry permit, get yourself a concealed carry permit. I got Pennsylvania, I got DC, I got Maryland, and I got Utah. Those 4 states give me 40 states I can carry in. Get legal, get the permits that you can get. Protect your neck at all costs. Take some classes too. Learn how to shoot your rifle. Learn how to shoot your handgun proficiently. It ain't enough to just get your concealed carry and just be out this bitch wild westing it up. Get some training with it too. Be responsible.
Niggas need to relax and take notes.